Our guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor, writer and producer. You know him from Key and Peele, Toy Story 4 and so much more. The insanely talented Keegan-Michael Key is here. Hey Keegan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm okay, James. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's so nice to see you. I mean, obviously you were booked to come on the show to talk about this huge new entertainment show you have, Game On, and this was going to be a gloriously uplifting, light-hearted chat, and the world has changed between your booking and now. I mean, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about what's happening around the country right now?
I am, I'm feeling, I'm feeling a bit frustrated. I'm feeling frustrated, and there's some sadness to what's going on, and the fact that that this is something that was, happening in our nation 50 years ago, and then it's still happening today, and that's something that I find a little discouraging. But I've been seeing hope. I've been going through my social media a lot, and I've been looking for these photos and finding, which is lovely, photos of solidarity and unity, and seeing police officers arm in arm with protesters, and seeing them put down their riot gear, people kneeling and having really organized and heartfelt silent protests and stuff like that. So that's been extremely helpful to me. But it really is. It's laden. The time it feels very heavy right now, and I know that we're people are sifting through a lot with their feelings, and like the Black Lives Matter movement is something that's important to me, and I think it's something that's been brought to the forefront again. But what's interesting is I read something today that I think was appropriate, and when we hear the phrase "all lives matter," we feel like saying "all lives matter" as a response to Black Lives Matter is like saying the fire department should spray down all houses in a neighborhood, even if only one house is on fire, because all the houses matter. And yes, your house does matter 100%, but your house is not on fire. And I think that kind of resonated with me today, that it's just let's just look for unity and see where people are and see what we can do that's proactive and helpful in this moment. And that's why I think I find myself going back to look for those pictures.
I mean, you're in New York. You're just a few blocks from where the protests were last night, right? I mean, what goes through your head when you're watching these scenes unfold?
I think something that's really coming to me now is this sense of frustration. I'm seeing two different things happening, right? I'm seeing these people who are protesting, and those people are saying, we're here and we're trying to peacefully protest. Then you have people that are kind of protesting and looting, and that seems to be mixed together. And I think what we're seeing, the looting is like, it's a manifestation of this fear, this fear and this anger and this frustration, because people, it's interesting. We were told we were told that we're all equal and we're all going to have equal opportunities. And we found out that certain people have found out that doesn't apply to them. And I think that that's what's really getting everybody. There's this sense of anger. The American dream was supposed to apply to all of us, and it doesn't apply to me. I was supposed to have equal opportunities under the American dream. And then people don't know what to do with that frustration or those feelings. And this is the manifestation of it in some part. So I think there's other more productive ways of doing this. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing when I see people. We're seeing that frustration. We're seeing that disappointment.
Well, Will Smith said racism hasn't just arrived, it's just being filmed now.
Right.
I think that was what he said. I mean, is there a sense when you see these things, a sense of like, yeah, no, I know, it's just being filmed now?
Yeah, I do get that sense of almost, you start to feel to yourself, and how many times has this happened and we've not seen it?
Yeah.
How many times has this happened and there's not been an eyewitness? And that gives you pause. So I do get that same feeling. And it's crazy. It's interesting. I just mentioned the looting, because there's been this issue here that's just coming to the surface. It's very similar to what Will's saying, is that, oh no, you're just seeing it. It's been here for such a long time. And this other issue of being disenfranchised and marginalized and not being given opportunities that others are given. It's just coming to the surface now. And what's so interesting to me is I think part of the frustration comes from the fact that when corporations are getting billions of dollars in stimulus money, when a lot of these companies are not even paying taxes or giving their employees a fair wage, there feels like there should be a word for that too. You know what I mean? Like maybe they should call that looting. And people are going, but wait a minute, I'm getting this, and then the company's getting that, and it's just all bubbling up. I think it's just all bubbling up.
Stick around. We're going to be talking with Keegan right after this break.